Hello and welcome back to another Monday morning pull before pack. Reasonably busy weekend this weekend. We have about 41 orders that have come in over the weekend. So, as always, I'm going to pull the vintage shop. My wife has already pulled most of the Japanese store and we have some orders at the lockup. So, I will get them tomorrow. But anyway, let's start off with the first order that I'm going to pull, NO38. This one's been online for quite a while actually. I'd say it's probably been online over a year, well over a year. I remember listing these quite a long time ago. So yes, if you've had something online, don't lose faith, because if you think it's a good item, and they're quite nice, little sort of red overlaid crystal bottles, and they went for £25. So yeah, it's quite nice. Lovely. Anyway, £25 sold, and they're going to UK, which I do like the UK because it's nice and cheap to post. Next, got a Vanguard, and there's an NO103. It's over here somewhere. 103, top drawer. It is a Robin Reliant, a Royal Mail Robin Reliant. It's quite interesting. A Royal Mail one, 1950s to 1960s classic vehicles. I wasn't around in the 60s, but I wonder if they were using Robin Reliants. I'm guessing there must have been some somewhere. Cool. And again, it's going to the UK. That's sold for £20 and 95 pence. Next up, we have some Carnival glass. That's at the lockup, so that we have to pick it up tomorrow. NO71, the Harvest jug. I actually bought this Harvest jug. It was one of about 200 that I purchased once. I mean, it was just a ridiculous amount of. You'd never seen anything like it. The picture was just. You imagine they were different sizes. You imagine 200 of them. It was, yeah. There was quite a few. And when I went up there, just a little side note on Harvest jugs. They sell really slow. They're not actually that great. I mean, this one sold for a tenner. So as much as, so this one here, this is Dalton Limited. So they were made by Dalton, aka Royal Dalton. Dalton Limited on the base. That will mean that this one was made before, I think it was 1901, 1901. So this would be a 19th century piece, 1890, something like that. Because Dalton became Royal Dalton, I think it was in 1901 or thereabouts, and then you'd see the Royal Dalton on the stamp. But yeah, going back to these, unfortunately, as much as they are a genuine antique, you know, a nice piece of pottery, right rustic looking, you know, sits in a country kitchen nicely, they just don't fetch much money. And when we bought all these 200 Harvest jugs, when I was there, the guy had a load of pub ashtrays. It was sort of like, said, "Oh, are you interested in anything else?" And he showed me all this big box of, there's 2 boxes full up with pub ashtrays. And so we bought all these, and we bought all the pub ashtrays, and this is maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and we sold all the pub ashtrays really quickly, and I've still probably got 100 of them, so lesson learnt. Next up, some brass door handles, NO67. Of what I like to call reclaimed. So someone's had them on their door for many a year, taken them off. We've bought them and resold them for £28.98. Next up, a recent listing and a recent purchase, NO78. I think I only listed these last week. It's part of a large Nelson collection. I bought a load of Royal Worcester Nelson collection memorabilia, if you like, and it comprised of like cups, the large plates. Plates quite nice as far as plates go. But yeah, this is the first item of that lot that's sold, and that's sold for £28.98. Oh, and that's of Emma, Lady Hamilton. So there. Next up, we've got a compact. 4. That is a Stratton compact. Stratton are one of the bigger names in the compacts market. So that is sold for £19.46. You're welcome to start packing if you want to pack anything. You won't be annoyed. Okay. Next up, we've got a clown. Yeah, like that when it's right at the top of the drawer. Just a simple porcelain clown. It's Bezic. Bezic Lovables clown. Lovables. Yeah. Please. For some reason. Yeah. Maybe someone's purchased that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're asking their partner for a puppy or something. Please. Please? Yeah. And we've sold another Skybuster. Good investment. These, told you in a previous video, I told you I bought a box of them for about £100. This is another one that's gone out for £24.12p. NO27. Oh, one of them where I'm probably going to need a ladder again. Yeah, I'm good. Oh. There it is. That one there. 1974. 1974 Cessna. That's sold, yeah, as I said, £24.12. So, and that's that pulled. Little on card floral painting. Quite pleasant. E. Martel. So whoever that might have been. Or is. So, might still be around. Next up, we've got a Spectrum 48K Wham game. 1980s, 14. Wham! There you go. Spectrum 48K music box, Melbourne House, blah blah blah. £18.62. And that's Wham, the boy with George Michael. He had a video game, the Music Box. Complete sound system for Spectrum. I have no idea what that would have done, but anyway, someone must know what it is, and they've bought it. Anyway, moving on. Also in the same drawer, I thought I saw this, I pulled it out, is this absolutely beautiful decorative brass hanging wall plate with a ceramic tile in the middle. It's sold for £9.95. So I guess it's a, you know, if you've got like a country kitchen, like a cottage or something, probably suit, or around like an old fireplace. Someone's got a place for it somewhere. Next up, we've got another compact. NO5. And this is a, I don't know whether it's leather or whether it's faux leather. It's like the top is like a leathery type feel, with your typical insides. It's not branded, but that is sold for £20.14. And then lastly on this shop we've got a Ladro figure, which is sold for £133. It is Let's Dress Up, which will be down here somewhere. And that is that one there, the little girl putting the hat on the dog. Quite a sweet little scene. Yeah, £133. Nice order. That's all on that shop. We've got a couple on the Antique Boss store, which have already been pulled. A collection of Beano comics. So we usually sell Beano comics, we do them in bundles. So there'll be 70s or 80s without looking. And the other is a thimble. I think it was someone like Franklin Mint in the 80s or 90s done a collection of these thimbles. They were all pewter, and yeah, a lot of them have got like little quirky scenes. This one's a little chick inside an egg. Get that back on. There you go. And that was sold for about £20. So they fetch okay money. They're all right. They're nice and small to store and nice and easy and small to pack. So these are all things that you should think of when you are buying stock for your stores. That done. We have lots of orders in our Japanese stores, including the likes of this was probably the biggest order for the weekend. That one there went for 170 or 180 pound Kokeshi doll. 180. And that is a doll by Shozan Shido. There's 170 pound doll. So nice. And we have typically quite a lot of orders come in on our Japanese store. It's our biggest store. It's obviously one that's been running for the longest. And here are some of the items that have sold. So, kimono, and then there's again a right run on Kokeshi dolls, some photos. I know that there's an album or two that have sold, which is probably on there or in one of the boxes. And that is that. Sarah's now packing, and we are now going to head off to the gym, and once that's done, commence with the second part of the day, which is just going to be lots of listing. So I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Right, it's now the end of the day. When I left off, I went to the gym, and then I was back home, and then I went to see my grandparents, and then I was back home, and then I had my lunch, and it went into listing mainly newspapers. So we're getting a lot of the newspapers online that I showed you in the last video. We were sort of like the 1930s to 1950s stuff. Some good papers there, interesting, sort of wartime and so on. But yeah, thought I'd show you these. This is something I picked up a while back. It's a stack of Victorian scrapbooking. Oh, now, if you can get these, they really are a great seller. I mean, it's at 1892, and there's a few other bits in here, 1893 and 1890s and so on. But it was a done thing back in that time to cut out any little bits and pieces. If you had gift cards or anything you might have had, they'd save it. Unlike the waste of today, they'd keep it. You know, see this sort of thing here, cut the actual figures out of a card or whatever they had, and they'd sort of stick it and they'd keep it. Anyway, I paid, I can't remember if it was £30 or £40 that I paid for this lot. I don't know how many's here. So 2, 4, there's quite a few here. There's probably about 30 pages here. And my experience, we typically sell these for around £15 a page. Now the sad thing is that they're double paged, which is a shame, because if they were single pages, obviously you could sell the single pages. But yeah, a double page Victorian scrapbook, we should be looking at about £15 per sheet. So it's safe to say that I will be in a nice profit at the end of this. So that's that. So I would run through some more of it with you, but I don't know how well you can see that. And obviously it's yeah, you see them in the, see that's nice. That's cool. That's hand painted. But anyway, yeah, it's enough of that, because some exciting news. We've had 2 of our figures sell. So the figures that I put up in a video just a few days back, we purchased a load of Royal Worcester figures for £500. We've had the first 2 sell, and they have gone for, so we've sold 2 for £286 and 45 pence. So yeah, and that's just 2 of them. So we've still got, I think there's another 17 left. So of our £500 investment, £286 has come back. Please bear in mind, obviously, that there's going to be fees to come off of that and post. So anyway, safe to say, out of the 17 figures left, we're not going to be too hard pushed to make a decent profit on them. As I said, the target for them was about £2,000, and I don't think we'll be too far off. I think we'll be all right. So yeah, that's an exciting end to the day. Nice little sale to finish the day off. And other than that, yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Got a busy week ahead. I should imagine there'll be some more treasures that will be coming my way, and plenty more I can share with you guys. So till then, I'll see you again.